find our seats and arrive to this place. I'd like you to connect and feel your sits bones on the ground. Let's breathe down into our hips, really expanding that lower belly, filling up that chalice of our womb spaces. Want to notice the breath coming in and out of the tip of your nose, whether it's warm or cool. I want to just notice the feeling of our fingertips. Let your belly relax and your shoulder blades sink back and down. Let your jaw relax. Let your eyeballs sink back and your forehead relax. I'd like us to call back all of the energy that is out there in our community, in our lives, any places that we're stretched, any connections and belief systems and patterns that no longer need to be there. Just asking that all of those energies be brought back to us, imagining that they're getting cleared and cleansed as they arrive back to us so that we can fully be present here in this space in service to our community and to our planet. I'd also like to ask that our ancestors and our guides and the spirits and energies of this space and this land beneath us, past and present, come and surround us now. All of this for our and the planet's highest good. I'd like you to imagine now that there is a giant golden orb up above your head. And this sunny, giant golden orb originates from whatever divine source it is that you identify with. This light is connected to all that is, and it's also in us. On our in-breaths, I'd like us to imagine that we are like trees. The top of our heads are the top of our branches, and we are still rooted down into the earth with our trunks. And on the in-breath, we can imagine that we can breathe this sunny golden light with healing balance in through the top of our heads. And imagine that we can shoot all of this divine source light into our bodies. Imagine that it's washing through every cell, connecting, filling up, bringing back into balance until you are positively plump with this light. If there are any particular areas of dis-ease in your body, you can direct more of this light and love and healing light to those areas, and you can place a hand just holding, sending more of your own curiosity and compassion to those areas. I'd like you to see yourself well, see yourself in balance, see yourself happy and able to provide love to this planet and to your fellow humans. I'd like us to now begin breathing into our heart spaces. can see this light swelling our hearts and beginning to feel our hearts. On the in-breath, we can imagine that we can grow this light in our heart spaces and see it swelling out of our chests. And on the in-breath, we can draw it back in contraction, a little smaller. Doing this for a few breaths in and out. Now we can begin to allow this to stay big, this energy, this orb that's growing out of our chests, and imagine that we can encompass ourselves, our whole bodies with this light, and also ourselves here in this circle. Imagine that you can hold your neighbor next to you. Imagine that this light could hold any suffering or delight that the humans in this circle are experiencing. We can keep expanding out and include the whole park here. All the cute humans walking their animals in the morning. We can keep expanding out and imagine holding our whole town, the county, all of New Mexico, the whole state. Imagine that we can encompass and hold all of the wealth disparity in New Mexico, all of the defunct family systems that need help resolving and healing. All of the addiction in our state. We can keep expanding further and imagine that we can extend out around the whole United States. Imagining that we're surrounding and tuning all of the patterns and the structures in our country as far as our political and religious systems. All of the things that are imbalance right now. Imagine that we can wake up and reach the hearts of the systems of our two-party system. Imagine we can infuse bravery into the major political candidates to wake up to their own hearts and souls' divinity and do the next right thing. I like to imagine that we can continue to move from a very self-centered view to a we collective consciousness. We can keep expanding out and imagine that we can hold and imagine all of those populations across the globe, thinking about all of the mothers and the fathers and the children and all of the war-torn regions still in Gaza, genocide is still going on. So really just holding all of those suffering populations. And ask yourself, can my heart hold all of this? And try not to look away. Your heart really does have this capacity. We can hold this hurt. Can we even include all of the aggressors? Can you include the ones in the groups who are not in touch with their soul's divinity, not in touch with their hearts? Can you hold them as well? Imagine that they can shift. Imagine that their hearts just start needling at them to wake up. Keep breathing in and out. And hold your heart in all of these populations of struggling humans. And now I'd like us to include the planet. So remembering that we're still breathing in this divine source light in through the top of our heads as we are still rooted and connected into the planet, into the grid system of all that is. And that this light, we can just expand around the whole globe. Feel our amazing Mother Earth. Feel being this pulsing, living entity. Feel her under you and around you. And feel that your heart, as it's connected to all things, can extend and hold the whole planet and all those humans. And send your love. Breathe with this and send your love. And see Israel, and see Palestine, and see that the ground beneath them is the same. And send your love. Imagine and see the love of this planet reaching those hearts. Imagine them waking up to their own divinity. Send your intentions and your wishes for our connectedness. See the patterns and the structures and the belief systems that underlie these ongoing conflicts. See them resolving. We don't have to know particular logistics, just send the intention. Now I'd like you to begin to breathe this golden light in through the top of your head. You can imagine that top crown chakra, swelling with this light, clearing and cleansing. Breathe it down into your third eye. Swelling this chakra as well, clearing and cleansing. Imagining that we can rightly see, that our vision be clear. Let's breathe it down into our throat chakras, swelling and clearing and cleansing, imagining that we're able to spin the sludge out of this area. And on our out breaths, if we could make some noises to clear it out, we can do that. So that maybe we can safely speak some more truth in our lives. We're going to continue to breathe down into our heart spaces, just noticing, is there any more congruency there? And can you feel the breadth of your heart's capacity? Is it different? Can you feel your heart's ability to be right with you in all of your parts? Continue breathing down into your solar plexus, clearing, cleansing, bringing more safety, power. Breathe down into your womb space, whether you're male or female. Imagine filling up this whole area, the bowl of your pelvis, with light. Opening up your creativity and all of the juiciness of life. And breathe down into your root. Imagining that we can just extend a taproot down into the planet, really grounding us, connecting us. And breathe in through the top of your head and all the way down into your root. Seeing that we're connected as above, so below. We will take some breaths, and on our out breaths, we'll make the sound of 3 ohms, with the intention that we can breathe in both light and dark. And on our out breath, that we can transmute any negative energies with all of the divine light source. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in for Om. Another deep breath in for Om. And one more. So it is. Thank you for your service to humanity and to our planet. I think it's very important to gather in groups of humans and do this work.